So in just under 20 hours, that's real time for us, not for you guys, we'll be touching down in Tokyo. What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge and welcome to our Japan vlog. The adventure begins today. I am so freaking excited. If you've been watching, if you've been subscribed for the last year, first and foremost, cannot appreciate you guys enough. I've said in literally every single video, we are heading to Japan. As I said, the time is now. I cannot wait. Japan's been a bucket list country for me to visit for such a long time. And if this happens to be the first video you're watching of us here on the Geek Lounge, we check out a lot of geek stuff, hence the name of the channel. Funko Pops, I don't know if you guys can see the kind of statues there in the background, Lego figures, TCGs, all that good stuff. And we will be checking out tons of geeky stuff in Japan. You know, if you're a fan of anime, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you're definitely going to want to follow us on our adventure. And I thought before we get into the juicy part of the vlog, you know, us actually being in Japan, I'd give you guys a little bit of an itinerary. How do you actually pronounce that word? So our journey begins at London Heathrow, where we take a 14-hour flight with Japan Airlines to Haneda Airport in Tokyo. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Full disclaimer, my pronunciations are probably going to be really poor throughout this whole vlog, so I do apologise in advance. So once we do arrive, we're only going to be spending one night in Tokyo. We've got a hotel booked right next to the station, so we'll check in and around the station both in the evening as well as the morning, and then we take the train west all the way to Kobe. Sadly, we won't be staying in Kobe and really seeing the area because we are heading slightly south to Awaji Island. Again, I hope I have pronounced that correctly. And it's on Awaji Island where we'll be staying for 2 nights in a Naruto-themed hotel. Well, I don't think it's called a hotel. I think they call it a glamping cabin, if I'm not mistaken. Huge fan of Naruto, so cannot wait to check that out, as well as the Naruto and Boruto theme park within Nijigen no Mori. Again, I really do apologize for my crappy pronunciation, if they are crappy, I should say. But yeah, they've got a bunch of different theme parks within this kind of theme park area, if that makes sense. There's, as I said, the Naruto Boruto theme park, there's a Godzilla park, Dragon Quest, I think they've recently opened up like a Monster Hunter thing, and there's always like little other theme things. I'm sure I'm missing 1 or 2 parks off the top of my head, and yeah, they've always got these little extra things. I sadly missed the Bleach event. I think that ran for a few months and then just finished, but now they do have a Demon Slayer event, so yeah, we'll be checking that out. I'm a big fan of Demon Slayer. And then we start making our way back east, firstly via Osaka, which is going to be home base for a number of days and nights. We're going to check out Denden Town, Dotonbori, a lot of the geek shops, Pokemon Center in and around Osaka. We head up north to Kyoto. We're going to be checking out some of those beautiful cultural hotspots. We've got tickets to the Nintendo Museum, super duper looking forward to that, as well as Universal Studios. We're going there for 2 days. Hopefully we can get into Super Nintendo World there. The Nara Deer Park, I'm really looking forward to that. And then on our final day in Osaka, we are actually heading back west. I know it's a little bit silly, but we actually have a day trip planned to Hiroshima. So yeah, really looking forward to that as well. The Peace Memorial Park, Peace Memorial Museum as well. And then the final stretch of our trip takes us back to Tokyo. Now, I did actually make a mistake, although when I think about it, I'm not sure it was necessarily a mistake, or rather just kind of forgetting to do something after I had an initial plan. So when you book hotels, right, when you're checking out of Hotel A and then checking into Hotel B, normally it's the same day, unless maybe you happen to be checking in after midnight. I don't know. But I didn't do that. We're checking out of our Osaka hotel one day, and then I booked our Tokyo hotel the next day. And now I was like, man, I'm so glad I realized this like a week ago, as opposed to literally getting there and being like, oh crap, we haven't booked for this day. But I think my original plan was actually to maybe stop off in Nagoya and head to the Studio Ghibli theme park. But you can only get tickets for that like a month in advance. So, you know, I'd booked all the hotels ages ago. So I think I didn't book that one day because I was like, maybe we'll head to Nagoya. And if we don't, you know, I'll just book an extra day in the hotel. But I then went and booked the trains because you can only really book those a month in advance as well. And then I just forgot to book a hotel. We decided not to go to Studio Ghibli in the end. We'll head there on another trip. You know, I kept calling this a once in a lifetime trip. I already know I'm going to be so excited to like visit Japan and then visit again. So definitely this isn't a once in a lifetime trip. But then annoyingly, the hotel we'd already booked didn't actually have availability for that one extra day. And I was like, ah, crap. But there's always a caveat to something, because I did find a really good deal for a hotel right on the Shibuya Scramble. So we're going to have good views of that. We'll of course walk it a few times, one in the daytime, one in the evening as well. But yeah, checking out all the areas, all the cool nerdy stuff in and around Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro. Again, probably really crappy with my pronunciations. I do apologize. What else have we got in Tokyo? Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea. I will be honest, I actually haven't prepared Tokyo as much just yet. I'm still kind of preparing as we're going. But yeah, looking so forward to it. And then I mentioned earlier, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you know, make sure to subscribe and follow us on our adventure, because we are attending Star Wars Celebration the 18th to 20th of April. Yeah, it's a 3-day event, this one. So looking forward to that. They've got some pretty cool guests. There's some pretty cool exclusives. We'll be vlogging that whole event. As I said, I just cannot wait. One last little thing I want to say, guys, is that I would love to have daily videos, but I don't want to promise it. You know, I'm sure there are going to be days where I come back to the hotel absolutely exhausted and just cannot get to editing. You know, I want to make these videos pretty cool, make sure the editing's on point, not give you crappy videos, but I want to enjoy my holiday at the same time. So we'll see with that. In most cases, you know, we may be like 3 or 4 days ahead of you guys when you're actually watching the vlog video, but I'm sure that is in the realm of normalcy when it comes to vlogging. First time I'm going to be vlogging something. I'm super duper excited about that as well. But yeah, with the exception being Star Wars Celebration, I definitely want to get that stuff out very quickly, considering the time difference. You know, by the time I post something in the evening or at night in Japan, it should be kind of afternoon, maybe early morning for us here in the UK, and I guess early morning in the US, and then wherever else you are in parts of the world. And of course there's going to be new stuff and cool stuff there, so yeah, I kind of want to try and keep that as close to the dates of the event itself. Anyway guys, I need to get back to packing. I'm currently flat packing all of the Funko Pops that I'm taking to get signed at Star Wars Celebration, including this Cassian Andor. He is there, Diego Luna, gonna get this one signed, as well as a bunch of others that I am flat packing into this thing, whatever they're called. And then of course need to pack all my clothes and toiletries as well. So I'm going to sign off right now, but don't you go anywhere, because we're literally going to be at Heathrow. Well, it's going to be a few hours for me, but it's literally going to be a few seconds for you guys. And just like that, we've arrived at Heathrow for the worst part of traveling, which is actually the traveling, but food helps. Tasty!
Fasten your seatbelt securely.
Here we go!
Tasty!
The next morning. The next morning.
Looks like rain.
Thanks for the update, Weatherman Girl. Alrighty guys, apologies for the, let's call it abrupt cut, transition, whatever. We were going to film some stuff last night when we arrived, but I didn't really get much sleep on the plane. I think you weren't too bad on the plane, right?
Yeah, I think I got a good maybe 5 hours.
Yeah, whereas like in the hotel, you weren't great.
No.
And I kind of did all right with the hotel, but I mean, right now it's, what are we, see my watch, 8:30. We've been up since like 5, really.
Yeah.
For no reason, because I think time difference, I think 8 hours behind for between UK and Japan. So yeah, we've got our train to Kobe that's due at 11:48, I think it is, bullet train. So we thought we'd just come out and kind of look around the grounds of the Imperial Palace, but it looks like, I mean, let me show some of the area to you guys. It's like very nice, very sort of picturesque, but yeah, it's it looked like you had to like maybe pay to get in, didn't it? Kind of.
Yeah.
Something was kind of like.
There's like some kind of event on by the looks of things as well.
Yeah, lots of police around. So from what I've seen, I think it is closed to the public on certain days, but not today, as far as I could tell. But anyway, we're just kind of walking around. You guys can see the weather, not great. Some may say that we brought the weather with us, being British and stuff like that, but it's we actually just left Britain at like the time where it was the like nicest week of the year so far. So this policeman just walked past here. I was getting a little bit, am I supposed to be filming here?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just thought we'd walk around before our train. Like, I didn't mind paying to get into the Imperial Palace Gardens. It's just I'd rather spend more time.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back and do it when we're actually here for a longer period.
Yeah, so we're back in Tokyo in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, just a little general walk around. Last night, yeah, when we got back, so yeah, when we landed, the I would say like customs was painless, but it just took a while. Took a while for my bag to come. Like, yours came fairly quick.
Yeah.
Then had some issues with my bank froze my card, and I was trying to get the Suica. I bought a paper ticket, and I wasn't even sure I bought the right paper ticket. Had to get it changed. It was a bit difficult trying to figure out the like the train lines. I think we've kind of got it now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't really film anything last night. We did enjoy our little 7-Eleven visit.
Yeah.
Some onigiri, some ramen, which was pretty nice.
Tasty!
So we did actually try some green tea that the hotel gave us for free. Not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of tea in general.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that may sound weird coming from two Brits, but yeah, we're definitely not tea drinkers, though I did grab the grape Fanta, which, got to say, I do like. This may be turning into a bit of a like foodie type vlog. That's definitely not what we're trying to do. Some cool shit is coming, I promise. Saw a jump store on the way.
Yep.
Yeah, might go and check that out, but got to be careful of the time. We just, like, I suppose a lot of our first 2 days is just travel, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, before we really
like
get into
first day and
anything.
a half, first nights. Let's put first nights. But yeah, some really cool anime is coming. We're gonna get to that Naruto hotel later this afternoon. So yeah, I don't know. Let me, I guess, try and find some picturesque things for you guys, and then I guess we'll see you on the bullet train, maybe.
Tasty!
Oh, alrighty guys, we have finally reached Awaji Island. I'm actually pretty exhausted. The professor's already gone inside. We're at our hotel now, the Grand Chariot. About to check out the Hokage Villa, but yeah, it like feels like we've done non-stop traveling the last couple of days. You know, with the 14-hour flight from Heathrow to Tokyo. We had the bullet train from Tokyo to Shinkobe. That was like 2.5 hours. Very nice though. Very cool experience on the bullet train, I have to say. Yeah, just like local trains in and around both London and Tokyo, you know, getting from the airport, for instance, and then the 1 hour bus ride from Kobe to Awaji Island, and then transferring from the Awaji interchange to come here to our hotel. Just a lot of travel, so yeah, pretty tired. Looking forward to a nice sleep, I have to say. But yeah, let's waste no more time. Let's go inside and take a real quick look at the Hokage Villa. Oh yeah, now that's cool.